to the FCT residents to assist us either by providing credible information that will defeat crime.
Barely 24 hours ago, the 10th National Assembly, comprising the Senate and House of Representatives, were inaugurated, paving way for full resumption of legislative activities. As is typical, this historic democratic event attracted huge human movement, setting the stage for a beehive of activity, of course. This requires strict security measures and maximum vigilance by security personnel. But how did the police fare in this regard? Well, my guest today will be responding to these questions and more on the program Call the Police on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Tessie Omeri. We thank you so much for joining us this morning. The program returns in just a moment. Thank you for staying tuned. Now let's watch the background reports which highlight activities marking the inauguration at the National Assembly yesterday.
Beginning of a new era at the National Assembly, usually accompanied by an influx of guests. It's the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly and election of its presiding officers. From the entrance gate into the precinct of the National Assembly to the lobby were a handful of guests who came to witness the big event amid tight security. Inside the Senate makeshift chamber, senators were all seated and ready to elect their presiding officers. A battle of former governors. The awaited time arrived, the election of the president of the 10th Senate and the 15th indigenous president of the Nigerian Senate. Senators Godswill Akpabio and Abdulaziz Yari nominated for the position of president of the Senate. Then voting state by state in alphabetical order. Eventually, Senator Godswill Akpabio emerged winner.
Godswill Akpabio, who has received the highest number of votes, is hereby declared and returned president of the Senate.
He secured a total of 63 votes to defeat Senator Abdulaziz Yari, who had 46, 17 votes difference. The position of the Deputy President of the 10th Senate was unopposed. Senator Jibrin Barau, as sole candidate, was declared Deputy President of the 10th Senate by the clerk to the National Assembly.
We shall have a seriously forward-looking Senate that will emphasize...
Shortly after the electoral process, the newly sworn-in President of the Nigerian Senate performed his first function, administration of oaths and swearing in of all the senators-elect.
We've garnered much experience that we'll be able to lead the 10th Senate to a stage that it will be most productive. I can assure you that.
The new Senate is made up of 59 All Progressives Congress members, 36 People's Democratic Party, Labour Party 8, the New Nigerian People's Party has 2, Social Democratic Party is also 2, All Progressives Grand Alliance and Young Progressives Party 1 each. Senate has adjourned to Wednesday, the 14th of June 2023. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
Many thanks, Ignatius, and that's our background reports. We'll usher in our guest this morning, who is the Divisional Police Officer in charge of the National Assembly, where the important event took place yesterday. He is Chief Superintendent of Police, Alex Anagu. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure as always. And the big event happened yesterday at the National Assembly, and you happen to be the Divisional Police Officer in charge of that area. So can you share with us how you fared, how you were able to manage, security details and all that yesterday?
Well, thank you very much. Actually, it was a very busy day for us. But we thank God Almighty for the leadership of FCT Police Command. After deployments were made. I briefed my commissioner of police, and he personally decided to visit all areas that these deployments were made. So on ground, he made observations, made corrections, did immediate additional deployment, and directed that the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations to come and monitor, supervise, and ensure we complied with the additional deployment that he has made and that the observations are taken seriously. And that was done. So the next day, of course, we were already on ground and we were ready. It happened, and we give God the glory, but it was a collective effort.
Sure.
The police were there, we had the DSS were there, the Sergeant at Arms Department, who are the officer, the civil security outfit that handles affairs in the National Assembly, were equally there. So we worked together, but of course we handle more of the outer security to ensure that there was no breakdown of law and order. And I want to say we are grateful, and to God be the glory.
And that's good to hear, because considering the influx of people there, some people will go there for celebrations, while of course some people will take advantage of the situation to, perpetrate crime. And so one will wonder how you're able to keep them at bay. Yesterday, like you have said, is a collective responsibility. So what does it really entail to achieve that?
Yes, when the Commissioner of Police, CP Haruna Garba, visited all the entry and exit points, what he directed immediately was for us to ensure there is proper verification. We barricaded those areas and restricted access to some selected gates, which was actually permitted by the National Assembly management. So ours was to ensure there was such. So we barricaded our entry points from the Eagle Square entry point of the National Assembly, and we left only two gates for people. So everybody that had no business in National Assembly did not have access to National Assembly yesterday because our deployment was adequate. The roads were barricaded. If you don't have business, you have to get a tag and follow through the gates that were selected. So, just as I said, it was a collective effort. Our leaders supervised us, gave us the directive, and we complied, and everything worked. But those that had no business did their celebration around Eagle Square and other areas. They couldn't, because they couldn't access the National Assembly at all.
Okay, if you're watching us, you're on to Call the Police, and it's live on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, where you can be part of the program. Like we always say, security is everyone's business. So be part of this discussion this morning. And we're discussing the big day yesterday and how security personnel conducted. And of course, like you have heard from the DPO, everything went well. And that's a thumbs up to them. You can be part of this discussion, as we'll display a phone number on the screen in a short while for you to call us and make your comments, and probably on the activity yesterday, as well as other security events, maybe in your community or in your locale, so that he will respond adequately. Now, overtime protests, have been staged before the National Assembly, and more are expected. We don't know. So how is our crowd control managed? And then your private inputs in providing security for complex and like in and outside. What's the role of the police in this regard?
Well, just as you've rarely observed, everybody wants to come to National Assembly to air his grievance. People have reasons they want to protest. It's within their constitutional right to protest. But we always make it clear, there is a limit to which you can go. If you are invited, you show us your invitation.
Okay, there's a limit.
Yes, to where you can go.
Okay, before you talk more on that, let's take our first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. You're live on TV. Tell us your name.
My name is Nkiruka.
Okay, in Kiruka. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Gishiri.
Okay, go ahead, in Kiruka.
Yeah. Since they came and did demolition in Gishiri, we are defecting so many robbery in that Gishiri.
Okay.
So,
In Kiruka. Oh, we lost her. Okay, Inkiruka is complaining about a robbery in Gishiri as a result of demolition. Probably people that are coming to pick from the, demolished items and all that.
Yeah. Well, I'm aware that the Commissioner of Police have directed for constant and purposeful raid. And these people harboring around those areas have been picked, and we've seen so much is being done as regards getting such people arrested. But just as she has complained, I'll still make it a duty to report back so that attention will be given more again to that particular area. But raiding is something that he has directed, and I'm sure there's so much purposeful and intentional raid, and he directs the DPOs to ensure they are the ones monitoring such activities, and we are getting results. But we'll take it up. I will
Inkiruka,
make it a
I
duty.
want to believe you're still with us. He has assured you that that area will be visited. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Gambo. Hello?
Can you please be more audible?
Yes, I say my name is Gambo.
Okay, Gambo, where are you calling from?
I want to commend the divisional police officer there for a well-done job.
Thank
So
you.
I want to tell him they should keep it up. It's very good because we want all the Nigeria to be safe and so that everybody will be happy.
Thank you.
I commend them. They should keep on. Thank you.
Thank you, Gambo, for the commendation. I can see that the officer is all smiles.
We lodge such feedbacks. Thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, you were saying something before. I have to interrupt again. We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. You're live on TV.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Tell us your name.
I can hear you, ma. Thank you so much. I'm Eva by name, calling you from Dusi.
Eva from Dusi.
It's right outside.
Okay, please, Eva, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I want to comment on the demolition of this fishery.
Okay. Eva, we can hear you. Can you go ahead?
Okay. It's a good one.
Okay.
And
Maybe, Eva, you can gather your thoughts and call us back. I can see that you're still thinking of what to share with us. But please gather your thoughts and call us back. We are here for you. Hello, good morning. Okay, we've lost that caller. Okay, you were saying something about...
I say, demolitions are well thought out plans by, administration. They sit down with security heads and they decide, I'm sure they decide before such things are being addressed. So if they demolish a certain place, of course, it's a government-approved policy. But our duty is to ensure that those who are the ones involved in that, or who are the receiving end, don't become threats to peaceful coexistence of people within that society. So as that, I said, the Commissioner of Police is serious about go around, carry out purposeful raids. Those who have no business harboring within areas should be picked, and they should explain to us what's their business in that area. If they have good explanation, you let them go. If they don't have, you take them to where they have questions to go and answer. So I think the police is not sleeping on that at all.
Our caller that is complaining about Gishiri, maybe probably those are not supposed to be there are there, to perpetrate crime.
Okay.
Probably that's why she's complaining. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. What's the name?
My name is Honorable Babal Father. I'm calling from Kano.
Babal Larry Father. Oh dear.
Wow.
I don't know what's happening this morning. We seem to be... Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Okay. It seemed to be so much traffic, and then I don't know. Okay, let me try this. I hope it goes through. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sister.
Thank you for joining us. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Mr. Otam. I am calling from Jabi.
Okay, from Jabi. Go ahead.
My contribution, I'm appreciating the Nigerian police.
Okay.
My contribution, hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yes, I'm appreciating the Nigerian police for keeping the city very secure for us.
Okay.
Because without them, all of us could have run away. Babambola everywhere.
Okay, I get your point, even though the call is not too clear, but I get his point. Is also commenting on this issue of Babambola.
Yes, CP's directive is that all DPOs must carry out raids in where these scavengers live and operate. And they must send CTREP to him every day personally. And it's something that we don't play with. That's the reason why we're having we're having good results on that. So we'll continue to sustain the raids and the ensure that people are safe, and to take those who have no business harboring and hanging around some sort of areas out to where they really, really belong to stay and do their lawful businesses as well.
Okay, now away from the National Assembly and away from some of our callers, last week FCT Police Command made arrest of suspects, coordinated crackdown on criminal hideouts. What does this mean, to the command's campaign against criminality? I saw a lot of them arrested.
The Commissioner of Police is not resting. He has vowed to ensure that we flush all these bad eggs. But these are high-level investigations. I wouldn't want to say much about this on live TV. But I assure you, yes, there's an ongoing onslaught. We are getting results. We've made arrests. The police is still expanding the investigation, and we are getting very, very good results. And very soon.
And talking about good results, among them is a wanted logistics supplier and informant to kidnapping and banditry groups.
Yeah, that's why.
That's been terrorizing the FCT.
Yes. And
any updates?
Well, the update is we are making gains. Okay. We are making sustainable gains, and honestly, the command is getting results. The CP is not resting. He's working hard. And more will be coming out as time progresses very, very soon. Okay. Yeah, but police is on it, and we're making progress.
That's what FC residents will always want to hear, because when they see the supplier, of a group.
Yeah, it's
okay. Hello, good morning.
Else. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Okorafo. I'm calling from Duse Alaji.
Okorafo.
Duse Alaji.
Akarago. Duse Alaji. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I want to actually comment the effort of the Inspector General of Police for the work we have been doing since his appointment.
Okay.
And secondly, I want to commend the DPO in charge of NAS for the work they've been doing. I work the things they did yesterday to show that what we are yearning for as a court police, for the professionalism of the police, is actually the case.
Okay.
And they should try and talk so that they should meet people in situation where you see people that doesn't have homes or shelter maybe around the FCT, so that this kind of people should properly check. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much for the commendation. We appreciate that. Is to tell you that whatever the security personnel is doing, the FT resident is watching.
Yeah.
You might want to have something to say?
No, well, it's good when we are appreciated. People have misconception about when we want to carry out our lawful duties, but thank God people are beginning to understand that policing is everybody's business. Sure. And whatever decision the police takes in effort to secure a particular community is for the interest of all. Some people might feel it's targeted at them. No, it's for the general safety and interest of everybody. So people should just cooperate and understand with the police.
Okay, let's take our security tips while we return to conclude today's episode of the program. Thank you. Welcome back from the security tips there. We about to round up finally your general security advice to FCT residents. Like you have been hammering this morning, security is everyone's business. There is need for cooperation from members of the public. So what's your advice? What are those things that FCT residents should also do to complement your efforts?
Well, on assumption of office as CPFCT, our Commissioner of Police, Haruna Garba, PSC, have taken it seriously for residents of FCT to understand that in these periods, we are going to ensure everybody sleeps with his two eyes closed. But in doing that, they must understand that security is everybody's business. Sure. You will see us coming out for readings, but you shouldn't see it as that we are disturbing people's peace. No, you will see policemen at checkpoints trying to make sure that there is orderliness, there is safety within for road users and people that have businesses to do in the night. So people should understand that police is out there because we are concerned about safety for all. They should understand, cooperate with the police, and respect constituted authority. If that is done, all of us will have a very peaceful and secured society to live in, and FCT residents should be assured that the Commissioner of Police is serious about that, and he's working very hard to ensure that all his tactical, and I'm speaking, he's having meeting with his tactical team and some DPOs that he called at the moment. All is to better the lot of residents of FCT to ensure that everybody is safe.
We wish you all the best in this quest to make FCT safe for everyone to live in, and we also wish you all the best with the 10th Assembly members. We hope they will make it easy for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And to you, our wonderful viewer, we thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. Security, they say, is everyone's business. Until we come your way again next week, but remember, as always, collective support to security agencies with credible and timely intelligence information will go a long way in ensuring our national security. Until we come your way, same time, same station, I am Tessie Omeri on behalf of the entire production crew. We say do have a lovely morning.